So this is the industrial shelving unit that we're going to be using, and what this will have is two shelves right here, and then we're going to have 8 drawers that are compartmentalized for storage of small parts like screws, nuts, bolts, electrical components, things like that. One of the cool things about this is these have one-piece sides. These are actually welded together. These are 14 gauge rails here, and then the side panels are welded, so this is all one piece. It's not a bolt together side, which means for a faster installation and a sturdier product. Another cool part about this is the shelves. Instead of just a single break on the front and back, the industrial shelves have what's called a boxed edge. So it comes over, rolls over, and then is welded again to the bottom, which gives these things a 400-pound capacity, which is really cool because I can sit a transmission up there and not have to worry about it. So we're going to get this bolted together and let you guys check that out.
This is what we call a dust cover. We call it at Borroughs our base strip. It just keeps anything from getting under the shelf itself on the bottom lower shelf. So the toe plate. Next thing we'll do is attach the shelf clips for our lower shelf in place. Which is a pretty simple process. And then we'll take our lower shelf and then we'll continue up getting all the shelves clipped in place. On the top shelf, we always use the shelf clip at the back, and as our instructions say, we like nutting and bolting the front, top left, and right of the shelf itself. So once the top shelf is bolted and nut and plate and in place, then you never have to worry about the shelf getting popped out. Our posts are punched on 1.5 inch centers, so you can move these shelves every 1.5 inches. That's what all these squares are punched on centers.
So once the shelves are in, we use these little clips here, and they're real simple. They just hang on the edge of the shelf, and then it just drops right in. That way you can just lift this up, lower it down to adjust it. You don't have to beat on this with a hammer or your fist or anything like that. It's real simple, easy to use, but it keeps the shelf secure. The next step on our cabinet here is the high density drawers. Now these are our drawer brackets, and these are front and rear. The front has a nice smooth front edge, but the rear has these relief holes, and what that's for is the nuts and bolts on the back side. You just push this in here and those nuts and bolts go right through it, so you get a nice clean tight fit. And then the front side just goes up in here. Just using 1/4-20 nuts and bolts. Well, they're finishing putting in the slide racks. We'll talk about the slides themselves. Now, this is the same thing that's in our cabinets over here for our workstations. These are really slick. They're heavy duty. They got an extended release. But if you notice right here, they're heavy duty ball bearings. And this is, I'm not sure what gauge that is. Looks to be about 14 gauge. These hold 400 pounds, which when you're talking about a drawer, it's really easy to get some weight into a drawer, especially when you've got tools or nuts and bolts or whatever. It's really easy to get a lot of weight in there. That's how nice these drawer slides are. Low friction. You know, you put 400 pounds in one of them, and you're still going to be able to open it up and not have to, you know, have a come along to drag the thing out. That's what's really nice about these drawer slides. Now the second shelf, which is actually the top for our drawers as well, we're going to bolt this one in so it doesn't move around on us. And we're also going to use these spacer clips. Now these are going to drop in so that when we bolt this thing together, it doesn't draw the sides of the cabinet in, you know, so that everything stays true. These are the same thickness as these clips here, so it just keeps it all clean. Now Borroughs recommends that you always bolt in the shelf directly above the drawers for stability of the cabinet, so nothing bows out or anything like that under weight. So our slides are left and right, and that is determined by a couple of things. There's a little hook right here, slides into the back side of the sawtooth on the back one, and also there's a large hole and a small hole. Now this fits a rivet on the drawer, and this is actually how they're mounted to the drawer. So each drawer gets 2 screws, one on either side, to keep the drawer in place on the slider. So we've got 9 drawers on this unit, and the top ones are 4.5 inch deep and the bottom ones are 6 inches deep. So we're just going to go ahead and mount the upper one, put it in that first sawtooth. Right? Nope, second sawtooth, sir. Put it in that second sawtooth right there. You can use a mallet. Pull it up here. Let it go a little bit further. There's a catch on the front side. There you go. Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Slide it out. That exposes the hole for the bolt. And if you'll notice, each of these saw teeth are 1.5 inches on center. So we measure from the bottom of this one, which would be the bottom of the upper drawer, to right down here. That's 4.5 inches. So we know our other drawer, we need to be the bottom here. So we can just put it up here. That's it right there. Rock it into place, push it in, slide it out. And then you're done. Grab the drawer, carry them over, drop them in. You got to get that rivet lined up. Then slide it in. Move on to the next one. We're going to get all the drawers installed, and then we'll come back and screw each one in. Each drawer comes with a couple of screws. Like that. And that's it. It's not going nowhere.